Good morning, students. In last class, we have studied about Monera. In Monera, there are unicellular eukaryotic organism where we studied Archaebacteria, Eubacteria. In Eubacteria, photosynthetic, chemosynthetic, heterotrophic, and mycoplasma. Today we have to start with the second kingdom, that is a kingdom Protista. So, Protista are unicellular and eukaryote. That means what is basic difference between Monera and Protista? Both are unicellular, but they are eukaryote. Eukaryote means they have a well-defined nucleus and well-defined cell organelles. So boundaries of this kingdom not well defined. That means we cannot say that only this type of group and organisms are there. That means with cell wall organisms are there, without cell wall organisms are there, autotrophics are there, heterotrophics are there. Okay, so different types of organisms are there. So that means boundaries of this kingdom is not well defined. So they form link with plants, fungi and animalia. Some are photosynthetic, some are like fungi, that means saprophytic, and some are without we can say cell wall. So that means they form the link with the plants, fungi as well as animals. So if cell is eukaryotic, then well-defined nucleus is there and cell organelles are there. They are primarily aquatic. That means they have mainly found in the aquatic life or in water. Some have flagella or cilia. Flagella or cilia. If you remember, flagella and we can say that paramecium. So trypanosoma with this flagella and cilia that are present in a case of a paramecium. If you remember, pseudopodia are also present in a case of a amoeba. So that means different extensions are also there in some cases. So they reproduce asexually by we can say simple fission or simple division, and sexually by the cell fusion or zygote formation. That means fusion of gametes. This is generally not found. So asexual reproduction is mainly. So if we divide the Protista, then there are 5 different major groups. The very first is known as chrysophytes, second is known as dinoflagellates, third is known as euglenoids, fourth is known as slime mold, and fifth is known as protozoan. Okay, so chrysophyte, dinoflagellate and euglenoids, they are mainly photosynthetic in nature. तो इनको हम कैसा कंसीडर करते हैं, ऐसे प्लांट्स की तरह कंसीडर करते हैं. Then the slime mold, they are saprophytic in nature. Slime mold word generally we use for the fungi. तो ये fungi के जैसे कैरेक्टर है, जैसे यहाँ हमने पढ़ा था. And protozoans, they are without a cell wall. So that means they are we can say behave like the animal cell. That means animal cell is without a cell wall, but they all are unicellular. Then protozoan further divided into 4 different group. One is known as amoeboid, second is known as flagellated amoeboid protozoan, flagellated protozoan, ciliated protozoan and sporozoan. So these are the different we can say 5 group, including chrysophyte, dinoflagellate, euglenoid, slime mold and protozoans. Okay, so they are unicellular, eukaryotic, boundaries not well defined. They form the link with plant, fungi and animals. Well defined nucleus, cell organelle because cell is eukaryotic. Then they are primarily aquatic hai. Maybe they have some, in some case they flagella and cilia, reproduced by asexually. If sexually, then cell fusion or zygote formation is there. And 5 major groups: chrysophyte, dinoflagellate, euglenoids, slime mold and protozoan. Then protozoan further divided into 4 groups: amoeboid, flagellated, ciliated and sporozoans. Let's discuss one by one in little bit detail. Now let's see. Very first group is chrysophytes. Chrysophytes including 2 groups. One is diatom and second is golden alga, also known as dashwood. We have to we can say learn only the brief characteristics of these group or kingdom. So diatom and golden alga. So they live in fresh water as well as marine water. They float passively in water current. That means they directly float in water. So fresh water as well as marine water. Most of them are photosynthetic. That means they are photosynthetic. Now their cell wall form two thin overlapping cells. That means cell wall form two thin overlapping. That means one layer and above layer. If you have seen the soap box, जैसे soap जिसमें soap रखते हैं, soap box होती है, पहले उसके नीचे कवर है, उसके ऊपर एक जो उसका ढक्कन रखते हैं, तो दे फॉर्म है we can say structure two thin overlapping. So cell wall form two thin overlapping cells fit together as in soap box. So walls embedded with the silica, and silica is also embedded within the walls. So that means cell form two thin overlapping cells fit together, they form soap box. Okay, and silica is also there. Then diatom left behind, that means in millions of years when diatom die, then they left behind their cell wall. Okay, and accumulation of cell wall, they form a, we can say, huge structure of stiff structure that is known as a diatomaceous earth, and they used in polishing, filtration of oil and syrup. These are their uses. And diatoms are chief producer in ocean. That means the producer, we can say, mainly producer in ocean, they are diatoms. So that means there are in this complete we can say kingdom, there are some key points and keywords. Like this word is a soap box, after that diatomaceous earth, and after that chief producer. These are the keywords. And this silica embedded wall or two thin overlapping soap box, silica, diatomaceous earth, and chief producer. These are the key points or keywords in we can say a different group of the protista. So cryophyte में क्या, diatom, golden alga, fresh water as well as marine water, float passively, photosynthetic है, cell wall silica embedded, soap box form करती है, diatomaceous earth बनती है, and chief producer है used in polishing, filtration of oil and syrup. Okay, now move to dinoflagellates. Now next group is dinoflagellate. As the name indicates, dino mean die mean two and flagellate mean flagella. So they are having two flagella. So let's see their general character. They are mostly marine. If you remember, the last one chrysophyte was aquatic as well as that means fresh water as well as marine water. So they are mostly marine. यही डिफरेंस है जो इसमें पूछे जाते हैं. मोस्टली मेराइन, ऑटोट्रॉफिक और वी कैन से फोटोसिंथेटिक है. दे अपीयर, सम में बी येलो, सम में बी ग्रीन, सम में बी ब्राउन, ब्लू और रेड. इज डिपेंड अपॉन के व्हाट टाइप ऑफ पिगमेंट इज डोमिनेंट. जो जिस तरह का पिगमेंट डोमिनेट होगा उसी तरह का इनका कलर होगा. सो मोस्टली मेराइन है, ऑटोट्रॉफिक और फोटोसिंथेटिक है, डिफरेंट कलर्स का बना हुआ है. एंड सेल वॉल है दैट इज ऑफ cellulose. Now as the name dinoflagellate, that means they are having two flagella. एक तो होता है longitudinal, that means longitudinal एक किसी एंड पर बेस पर, और एक होता है ट्रांसफर. that means suppose this is the body. ओके, अगर मैं इसको ऐसे काटूं तो ये क्या हो जाएगी, इसकी longitudinal हो जाएगा. इसको ऐसे काटूं तो ये ट्रांसफर. तो अगर एक तो यहाँ से निकल रहा है और एक यहाँ से ऐसे निकल रहा है. ओके, so this is the longitudinal and this is the transfer. So there are two flagella, one is longitudinal and second is a transfer. So two flagella, that's why it's known as dinoflagellate. So they often form often red dinoflagellate होते हैं. जो they we can say grow in huge number. अब वो सारे जब रेड दिखते हैं किसके अंदर, किसी समुद्र के अंदर, इन ह्यूज नंबर. जैसे ये है गोनियल एक्स है. ओके, दिस इज द एग्जांपल गोनियल एक्स है. तो दे अंडरगोस रैपिड ग्रोथ एंड सी अपीयर रेड. सी कैसा दिखाई देता है, रेड है. एंड दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज नोन एज रेड टाइड. सो रेड टाइड इज ड्यू टू accumulation of these red dinoflagellates. So sometimes they release toxin and they may kill the fishes in the sea water. अब देखो यहाँ पर कीवर्ड्स कौन से आए हैं, सेल वॉल, सेलुलोज का, दैट मीन्स टू डिफरेंट फ्लैजिला एंड रेड टाइड्स. पिछले वाले में क्या था, सोप बॉक्स, आफ्टर दैट सोप बॉक्स, सिलिका, डायटोमेसियस अर्थ. ओके, सो हियर द कीवर्ड इज रेड टाइड, then transfer longitudinal flagella, cell wall, cellulose का, and mostly marine. So these type of keywords they are generally asked in the competitive exam. Okay, so this one is a dinoflagellate. Now come to third one, is that is a euglenoids. Now After dinoflagellate, the third group is of euglenoids. Euglenoids, majority of them are freshwater. Okay, there is no cell wall. Instead of cell wall, there is a protein layer that is known as pellicle. So there is a pellicle instead of cell wall. This is made up of protein and makes body flexible. That means it provides flexibility to the body. Then there are two flagella, but here one flagella is long and other is short. Okay, and they both are present, we can say, longitudinally. In dinoflagellate, one was longitudinal and one was transverse, and here both are longitudinal and one is long and other is short. They are photosynthetic. Okay, and they are having the chlorophyll A, and this same chlorophyll A is present in the plant kingdom or the plant world. Okay, sometime in absence of light they become the heterotrophs, so they predate on the other small organisms. And the common example of this is euglena, and euglena is known as connecting link between plants and animals. कनेक्टिंग लिंक वो होते हैं जो किन्हीं दो ग्रुप के बीच में क्या करे, कुछ कैरेक्टर्स के हों कुछ कैरेक्टर्स के हों, दैट इज नोन एज कनेक्टिंग लिंक. सो एंड यूग्रेना इज नोन एज कनेक्टिंग लिंक बिटवीन प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स. आपसे पूछे भी कैसे, तो इसमें प्लांट का क्या कैरेक्टर है, बिकॉज इट इज फोटोसिंथेटिक एंड हैविंग द क्लोरोफिल ए दैट इज ऑल्सो फाउंड इन प्लांट किंगडम. अगर आपसे पूछे कोई भी एनिमल का कैरेक्टर कौन सा है, तो आप क्या कहोगे, दे आर हेटेरोट्रॉफिक and there is no cell wall. That means there is no cell wall. So without cell wall and heterotrophs, this is the character of we can say animal. And chlorophyll A, photosynthetic, this is the due to the, we can say, presence of this, they belongs to the, we can say, plants. So euglena is connecting link between the plants and animals. As earlier in this lecture I told you that there is no clear boundary defined for protista, because some are with cell wall, some are without cell wall, some are photosynthetic, some are heterotrophs. That's why there is no defined boundary. तो euglena, this is the most important, we can say, example है. तो यहाँ पर कीवर्ड क्या आया, pellicle, after that long and short, then photosynthetic, chlorophyll A and a connecting link. So these are the keywords of this euglenoids. Okay, so now we have to move toward slime molds and protozoans.